In our previous session, we have discussed about the verbs, okay, and their different types. In them, we have discussed the to be form of the verb, as well as we discussed about the modal auxiliary, okay, different types of modal auxiliary. For example, can, could, and their function also we had discussed. If you have not watched that video, please watch it, okay. Then and then only you can understand today's topic. Today, I am going to discuss the same topic continuously. In them, we are going to start transitive and intransitive verbs. Friends, transitive and intransitive verbs, this is the next type of verb, okay, which has given in our textbook. So in them, first point that I would like to discuss with you, that is what is meant by transitive verbs. See that you know the structure of our language is subject, verb and object is there, okay. We are discussing about this, okay. Object verb means here what? Action word tag. Already I have discussed its meaning and their different types. So what is meant by transitive verb? That point I am going to discuss with you. A transitive verb is a verb that requires an object. It is very important to receive the action, okay. Means these verbs require what? Object. Object is necessary in the transitive format of the verb. It can also be noun, phrase or pronoun. That object can be noun, phrase or pronoun that refers to the person, thing that is affected by the action of the verb. In short I am telling you, the transitive verb requires an object. Okay, if you are getting the object in the sentence, then definitely that verb might be transitive verb. See here, the kid hit the wall. The kid hit the wall. Here, hit is a verb. Okay, it is an action word. Okay, to identify object from the sentence, already I think I had discussed. By discussing the tenses part, that time I told you, to gain the object from the statement, we have to ask the question what or to whom, okay, to the verb. By asking these two questions, we are getting object from the statement. Keep in mind, the kid hit what? The wall. Okay. The kid hit the wall. Here it is what? It is an object. Okay. He has learned his lesson. Has learned is an verb. Okay. Now he has learned his lesson. He has learned. What he has learned? He has learned his lesson. See this verb. When we are getting the object in the sentence, that verb is called here. That verb might be transitive verb. Okay, it is a transitive verb. I gave my sister a mobile phone. See here. See friends, here it is an action word and this word is a transitive verb. Why it is a transitive verb? Because we are getting object in the statement. I gave my sister a mobile phone. I gave my sister a mobile phone. What? Okay, a mobile phone. To whom? My sister. We are getting two objects in the sentence. Okay, one is a direct object and second one is an indirect object. See here, it is what? To whom? IDO, and it is what? You. Okay, I gave what? A mobile. I gave what? A mobile phone. Okay, so gave is a functioning as an transitive verb here. The manager discuss the company strategy with his employees. Here what is verb here? The verb is discuss. The manager discuss what? The company strategies. What he discussed? The company strategies. It is a direct object and it is what? Indirect object. So basically there are two types of object. One is a direct object and another one is an indirect object. How to gain it? How to identify object from the statement? by asking the question what and whom to the verb, we are getting object from the statement. If you ask the question what, then we are getting direct object. If you ask the question to whom, then we are getting indirect object from the statement. I gave my sister a mobile phone. What I gave? A mobile. What I gave? A mobile phone. Here it is what? It is a direct object and it is indirect object. IDO stands for indirect object. So hope you understood that. What is meant by transitive verb? A transitive verb is a verb in which statement we are getting object of the statement. That object might be noun, phrase, pronoun, okay, or the person or the thing that affected by the action of the verb. Hope you understood this. Okay. Now the next part, that is a intransitive verb. An intransitive verb is a verb which doesn't pass on from the subject to the object. It means we are not getting object in the sentence. Okay. When we have to identify, in a simple words, intransitive verb doesn't have an object. We will not get object in the sentence in the intransitive format of the verb. Here I have given certain examples. With this example, I would like to clear what is meant by intransitive verb. The baby was crying. Was crying is a verb here. See friends, was crying is a verb here. Okay, but baby was crying for what? That object is not given, so it is intransitive verb. So what is this? It is intransitive. Birds fly. Birds fly. It is also intransitive. Where? Or the sky. They laugh. For what? Don't know. Okay? Only they laugh. They laugh is an action word. Fly is an action word. Okay? But here we are not getting object, so it is an intransitive verb. He speaks. What? No. He speaks. About what? We don't have idea about it. So it is an intransitive verb. I don't feel. What I don't feel? We don't know. Okay? So don't feel is an action word is there. So it is a verb is there, but it is not in the transitive verb. It is intransitive verb. The bus stop. Tom killed. Tom killed. Okay? Instead of that, if I say Tom killed, what we say that Tom killed a snake. Tom killed a snake. Now what happened here? Tom killed. Tom killed what? Tom killed a snake. If I say Tom killed a snake, then it became intransitive. Sorry, it became transitive now. Why it is transitive? Because it has object is there. But if I remove this object, look at this. If I remove this snake, then what happened here? Tom killed. Now this became intransitive verb. You understood this? In short, transitive means what? There is a no object. Sorry, there is an object, and intransitive means what? There is a no object in the sentence. How to identify object? By asking the question to what, okay, and to whom to the verb, we are getting object from the statement. Clear everyone? Okay, hope you understood this. Now the next part that I am going to start, that is the next lesson. I think that is a finite verb and non-finite verb. That part also I am going to discuss. Continue in finite and non-finite verb. Finite and non-finite verb is the next chapter. That is the chapter number 9 from your textbook. Okay, finite and non-finite verbs. Finite and non-finite verb. Now in them, what is meant by finite verb? See here, as I told you, transitive verb required object. Okay, intransitive verb required doesn't get object here. Here what happens? See, a finite verb is a verb that has a subject and short tenses. See here, with an example I would like to tell you. The girl is playing. The girl is playing. Is playing indicating present continuous tense. The girl wants, it is a simple present tense. Okay. The girl I found, the girl is playing. Okay. Here see here. It is a finite verb because it has a tenses. It shows the tenses. Here word is playing. The word is playing indicate the tense. The word is playing indicate the tense here, and that tense change according to the subject. And that tense changes according to the subject, and that is why it is a finite verb. So in short, finite verb has a subject and it show tenses. Finite verb always indicate tense. Here is an example. He painted the fence. He painted. Painted is a simple past tense, right now. So it is a finite verb. Why it is finite verb? Because it's showing the tenses and it has a subject. The thief escaped again. It is a simple past tense. The thief escaped again. It is simple past tense, and so it is a what? It is a finite verb. So hope you understood this. What is meant by finite verb? Now the next point is there. That is a non-finite verb. That part is non-finite verb. Is a non-finite verb. Non-finite verb is a verb form that doesn't show the tense. Here see, the girl wants to play. I found the girl is playing. In these two sentences, what happened? The verb does not change with the change in a tense. The verb doesn't change in a tense, and that's why it is a non-finite verb. When the verb doesn't change in the tense, that called non-finite verb. Friends, non-finite verb had also divided into three parts. That is the gerund, infinitive and participle. These are the three different parts of non-finite verb. In detail, I would like to discuss with you what is meant by gerund, what is meant by infinitive, and what is meant by participle. In detail, we will explain it. First type of non-finite verb. What is the first type of non-finite verb? That is a gerund. Here see friends, what is meant by gerund? That part I would like to explain again. Here, the gerund is merely present participle that function as a noun. It means it function as a noun and partly function as a noun and partly function as a verb, that called gerund. Okay, gerund is merely the present participle that function as a noun, though it is formed from verb. All the gerund ends in ing form. Okay, see, if you look at the gerund, then in gerund we are getting ing. Keep in mind. Okay, keep in mind, because gerund ends in ing form. Hunting is a cruel sport. Okay, here the word hunting it is having in a present participle form. Okay, and it is functioning as a noun. Okay, partly functioning as a noun and partly functioning as a verb here. Hunting is a cruel sport. Typing is tough. I like reading. See here. I like reading. Here what? Reading is functioning as a noun. Okay, it is a present participle form and that called gerund form. Here, reading improves knowledge. Veena is fond of dancing. It means gerund form we are getting ing of the ing form of the verb. It means present participle form of the verb we are getting in the sentence, and that present participle form functioning as a noun in the sentence, that called gerund. You understood this? See here, different examples are given in the textbook. Whenever we will solve the textual questions, that time I will clear with you what is meant by this. In detail we will explain it. Okay, in detail we will sort out gerund form, infinitive form, okay, participle form of the verb. That part we will sort out in detail. Okay, form of the verb. Infinitive form of the verb is the verb in its basic form. Okay, we are getting the basic form. That form we are also getting in the dictionary. Okay, that is the basic form of the verb and it usually preceded by to. See here, infinitive means joining by to and gerund means ing form of the verb. Okay, and infinitive means we have to add a word to, proceed by to. Before the verb we are adding the word to the verb, that form called infinitive form of the verb. Okay, to win the prize is my dream. What is my dream? To win the prize. This is the best software to improve. To improve what? Here it is an infinitive. To win, it is what? Infinitive form of the verb. To steal is a crime. To steal is a crime. To steal is what here? It's functioning as an infinitive form of the verb. I hope that you understood this. What is meant by infinitive form of the verb. Now the last part of the verb, that is an participle. Last form of the infinitive. Okay. So non-finite verb, that is an participle. Participles are divided into three parts: present participle, past participle, and perfect participle. So friends, present participle is here verb plus ing form. Means ing form of the verb, that called present participle form. Here I have given an example. See, I heard someone knocking. Someone knocking at the door. It is a present participle. Knocking is having a job present participle. I saw them resting under the tree. I saw them resting under the tree. Here what? It is a present participle form of the verb. It functioning as an it is an present participle form of the verb. Now next form is, that is a past participle. Past participle means verb plus third form of the verb. V3 we call. You know that there are three forms of the verb. Okay, main verb. Okay, that called root form. Second form of the verb means verb form. Then third form, that called past participle form. For example, I am taking one example. Work. Okay, work. Work. Working. Friends, here it is a main verb. It is verb form of the verb. It is a V3, that called participle, past participle form of the verb. Means we can add I, ed, d, n, en. For example, we may say that drone, dreamed. Okay, see, saw, seen. Here see another example taking here. See, saw, seen. Okay, seen is a third form. Means we can add d, ed, d, n, en or t. Dream, dreamed. Okay, third form is here dream. See, this is called present participle, past participle form of the verb. Raju was confused, completely confused. Raju was completely confused. It is a past participle form of the verb, third form of the verb. Okay, Ram was cheated by everyone. What cheated? It is what? Past participle form of the verb, past participle form of the verb. Now perfect participle. Okay, third and last point is here, that is a perfect participle. What is this here? Perfect participle, having plus verb form only. Okay, having plus verb means d, ed, en means third form of the verb. Having plus third form of the verb, that called perfect participle. See here, having finished his homework, the boy went to bed. Having finished his homework, the boy went to bed. Having lost his passport, the tourist was in trouble. Okay, having lost his passport, the tourist was in trouble. I hope that you understood this all concept very well. Here we have completed the topic of finite and non-finite verb. Okay, here we have completed the topic of verb. Okay, I hope that you understood all this very well. Thank you very much.